everybody, this is Chad McDeadlift, and welcome to Better Late Than Never, where I review movies and games and maybe even music a while after it's been out for a bit, because I like to take my time with things. It's great when reviews pop up right when a game comes out, but I don't get early copies to rush through. I sometimes wonder if game reviewers actually enjoy the games they play. I'm talking about the major outlets like Ignorant Gaming Network, Craptaku, and Polly Should Have Been Gone Long Ago. You know, the ones buddied up with Ziff Davis, Sweet Baby Inc., and whatever god-awful ESG DEI garbage is out there. So, without further ado, here's my review of RoboCop, Rogue City. All footage is me playing, sometimes playing good, sometimes screwing around. I'm not here to impress anyone, just give an honest opinion.
Your move, creep.
RoboCop Rogue City is a single-player first-person shooter that took me around 20 hours to finish. Some people could probably do it in 10. I play slow. I like to look at things. I'm not one of those shove it down my gullet and consume to move on to the next product type of people. I'll never understand speedrunners. Do you speed fuck too? The first thing I noticed right off the bat was that it was made by the same people that did Terminator Resistance. And while not the best game ever, it was damn fun, and probably the best Terminator game I'd ever played. There was that one on the PS2, Terminator Dawn of Fate, which was this third-person action hybrid shooter that had bad controls, but a great soundtrack with songs by Fear Factory. I sure do love Fear Factory. I think most of us got introduced to them from the first Mortal Kombat movie. Anyway, RoboCop is made by Teyon, the guys that did the good Terminator game, and apparently a really bad Rambo game. So RoboCop sees you playing as, well, RoboCop, from the popular 80s movie of the same name. If you don't know already, it's about a cop named Alex Murphy that gets executed by a bunch of thugs and is rebuilt by a shady corporation called OCP that apparently owns all police contracts in the future, and boy is it a treat. This game has more destruction than a peaceful protest in the summer of 2020. For the most part, you'll be using your handy and iconic Auto 9 from the first two RoboCop movies. Yes, there's a third movie, and a crappy remake, so really, just the first two movies. You can upgrade it for more damage, more ammo, to be fully auto, and before you know it, you're dispensing 1,000 rounds of justice into perps like nobody's business. When you're not shooting badly dressed post-apocalyptic punk rockers in the dick, there's some quieter, softer moments that really flesh out the story.
What seems to be the problem?
My damn locker won't open. Can you try?
I mean, if you care about story while you're on a robo-killer rampage to clean up the shit-stained streets of Detroit, RoboCop brings back Peter Weller, the original actor that played Alex Murphy and really the only guy that could pull off a guy playing a dead guy playing a living guy in a badass cyborg robot cop body death machine. Voice acting on his part is about what you'd expect from a budget title, but man, does it feel good to hear him instead of some second-rate YouTuber pretending to sound like Alex Murphy. A lot of the locations in Rogue City should be familiar to fans of the franchise. Everything from the streets of Detroit to the police station, the steel mill, and the OCP office building are recreated with care and accuracy. Something Netflix and Amazon can learn to do when they adapt stories for their platforms. But what about the gameplay? You know, the entire reason for engaging with a video game, the playing it part. Well, it's fun as hell. The shooting is tight, the movement is fluid, but the walking is kinda slow. And that's to be expected since you're a damn robot. I never felt like the game was unfair in difficulty or that I was missing out on better weapons. There's Uzis, shotguns, other handguns, that crazy explosive rifle from the movies that blow crap apart in one shot, but it's all about that sweet, sweet Auto 9. I will say the guns sound good, and Murphy's voice is a little bit off, like it was recorded in a tiny booth. But I'll give it a pass since this isn't a AAA title. However, it does feel a lot more polished than most AAA titles. I'm playing on the PS5 and never experienced any stutters or slowdown. It was smooth start to finish. The graphics themselves are what you'd expect for this generation too. Textures and effects fit the overall look and the feel for the game, but the human animations were a bit stiff. The game is also very, very, very violent. Like, blood geysers spewing from every orifice after every bullet wound violent. And that's a good thing, because the original movie was violent as hell if you've seen it. I still like to tell people they now have 5 seconds to comply. There's even a trophy for shooting someone in the dick, I kid you not. There's times the game goes into slow motion just so you can hear bones crunch and blood splatter, and it's goddamn glorious. I mean, look at this shit. Holy crap. It's even got some humor like the original.
Do the robot dance!
Watch and learn, young man.
You rock, Robo!
RoboCop himself. Can I say himself? I'm sorry, I don't know what pronouns human robot cyborgs use. Itself? So RoboCop itself has a bunch of upgrades you can use too, just like your Auto 9. You can add more dialogue options if you like that sort of thing, since there's actual detective work in this. Yeah, you can solve cases. It's pretty neat. You can upgrade your movement speed, your health regen, hacking, lockpicking, you know, the usual. It's nothing too special, but it does make it more immersive. A nice touch I thought was that Robo gets a psych eval after each mission to see how he's doing. If he's still a cold-blooded killer in a steel suit, or if he misses being human and thinks about his dead wife and kid. It's pretty goddamn touching. Another great thing is the return of the classic theme. That song is just so damn awesome. Dun 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 dun. I mean, who doesn't want to dish out justice to that? So, after my full playthrough and a fairly easy platinum, I'd have to say RoboCop Rogue City is a great use of an existing property. If Teyon ever makes a sequel, I'll probably get it if this is anything to go by. After what they did with Terminator and now RoboCop, I'm hoping they can do a Predator game, or maybe even retry Rambo, or make a sweet-ass Tango and Cash game. No one remembers Tango and Cash. I'm giving RoboCop Rogue City 8 shots in the dick out of 10. Now go out there and get some.
Thank you for your cooperation. Good night.
I'll buy that